What's up, Wolverines? I'm Ben Romanach.
And I'm Chris Bio, and here's your news for today. As Ignatian Week begins, we have the opportunity to highlight our Jesuit identity. Rodrigo Blanco brings us more.
Every March at Belen, we celebrate Ignatian Week. This week focuses on celebrating our Ignatian identity and how our ideals help to form our strong Jesuit morals. Dr. Newborn and campus ministry planned many different service and learning events throughout the week that help us identify and reflect on the many ways that we try to live our mission at Belen.
So Ignatian Week is the opportunity for us to celebrate our Jesuit identity. Belen is the only Jesuit school here in South Florida. So this is an opportunity for us to celebrate our uniqueness. There are many other Catholic schools here, but Ignatian Week gives us the opportunity to focus in on this particular charism of being a Jesuit school. One of the activities that I'm particularly excited about is the Ignatian Camino. Our theme this year for Ignatian Week is you're invited to journey with Ignatius. So our Ignatian Camino is going to be just that. We're going to journey to several points throughout the campus that have a special insight into the stages of Ignatius's journey from being a soldier to being a missionary.
I hoped that this week reignites the fire within students here at Belen as we strive to make the world a more loving place. For WBLN, I'm Rodrigo Blanco.
Many Belen alumni go on to do spectacular things. Hugo brings us a story on Hugo Perez.
Although becoming a documentary director isn't the first thing that comes to mind after graduation, for Belen graduate Hugo Perez, it was.
I started directing when I was in college, and I was making short narrative films. Then after college, I went to Yale University. After I graduated from Yale, I started to work for other producers that were making documentaries. I started to get really into making documentaries. I started to produce and direct my own short documentaries. And then over the years, one thing led to another. And today I am directing and producing feature documentaries. So when I was growing up in Miami, I was always aware that there was a larger world. I watched a lot of PBS. I watched a lot of movies. I read a lot of books. And so I was very curious to get to know different places, different people, different cultures. And so when I started to make documentary film, that's what kind of drove me. I made and I make films about things that I'm curious about or things that inspire me. And I've been lucky enough to be able to travel around the world to different places like Hungary, Uganda, Cuba, where my family is from, to tell stories. A lot of them about writers or artists that have used art and creativity to overcome the circumstances of their lives. And so, even though this new documentary is about filmmakers in Uganda making action movies and overcoming some difficult moments in their history, I feel like that the message is universal. That if you have if you have creativity and drive and hope, that you can accomplish a lot. And so I think that's what I want people to walk away with from a lot of the films that I make.
For WBLN, I'm Hugo Dorta.
The lines of communications were open for a fourth time between Ukraine and Russia Monday, but a technical problem shut them down. They will pick back up Tuesday before the interruption. Ukrainian President Vladimir Zelensky called the talks, quote, difficult. This comes after Russian airstrikes hit a military base near the border of Poland. At least 35 are confirmed dead, with more than 130 injured. Authorities also say there were numerous casualties after heavy explosions erupted in Kyiv. This as multiple sources say that Zelensky asked Biden for further efforts to cut Russia off from international trade on a call Friday, including closing off Russia's access to international waterways, and to continue targeting the Russian elite. For his part, Biden detailed plans to revoke Russia's favored trade status with the U.S., which Zelensky thanked him for, but continued his urges to ratchet up the economic pressure on the Kremlin.
Oil prices in the U.S. returned to two-digit territory Monday. The cost of a barrel fell more than 8%, down to $99.76. It's the first time oil has dipped below $100 since March 1st. Traders say Monday's drop came largely from COVID-19 lockdowns in China and possible progress in the talks between Ukraine and Russia. Analysts say the sell-off may lessen fears of an energy-based recession in the U.S., and if it continues, commuters may see the prices of the pump ease.
What's up, Wolverines? I'm Agent Escuti, and here's your sports for today. Yesterday, our Belen baseball team beat Southbridge 11-1. Senior Marco Fuentes had an outstanding game, only giving up 1 run. Also, our catcher Chris Bio led the scoring, getting hit twice, hitting twice, and he had a solo home run. Then last Friday, our lacrosse team beat West Broward 14-7, with Israel Salabarria having 7 goals, with the second leading scorer being Matthew Bartern having 2. Tonight, our team has their senior night playing against Archbishop McCarthy today at 6 in Belen. 7-time Super Bowl winner Tom Brady says his short-lived retirement is off. Just weeks after announcing he was hanging up his helmet for good, Brady announced he's returning to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. On his official Twitter Sunday, the 44-year-old Brady said he had, quote, unfinished business, unquote. This will be Brady's 23rd season in the NFL. The surprise announcement eclipsed with what would have normally been the biggest sports story of the day: college basketball's March Madness lineup. That's all for sports now. Back to the guys at the desk.
Thanks, Adrian. That's all your news for today. Remember to follow us on Instagram, YouTube, and Twitter. And remember to stay safe
And stay golden, Wolverines.